Hey guys, just wanted to do my reaction video to Black Lightning. This is supposed to be, I guess this would be season 1, episode 8, Revelations. So I guess maybe like the biggest, so I guess like the, the biggest things going on with Black Lightning at this point are, that he's being, we still trying to learn a little. We still haven't learned much about Gambi's past, other than he has connections to Tobias, Whale, and Lady Eve. The latter was framed by the former. The latter was killed by the former, and Black Lightning was framed for the murder. So, because Tobias didn't want to worry about the council coming down on him and stuff like that, and for some inexplicable reason, we have Lala, who is one of his henchmen, one of Tobias' henchmen that comes back from the dead, and he's being guided by the ghost of Lawanda, the mom that he murdered in episode 2, and it's like she appears as a ghost and then materializes into a face tattoo on his chest, and I have no idea where they're going with that. It's just a completely very weird storyline that I wish I could make heads or tails out of. And I mean, the thing's called Revelation, so hopefully it'll answer some of these questions and more.
Freeze.
Freeze?
He might be racist, but he wasn't a threat. And you probably broke his ankle and maybe gave him a concussion.
The flag on the t-shirt?
No, I know why it happened. You looked and you assumed he was a threat. So you didn't actually see that he wasn't. Crime and violence with no harm to civilians. Even if we don't appreciate their worldview.
I kind of want to consider that one a freebie.
I regret not killing Black Lightning the minute he returned.
It was the logical choice based on what we knew.
And now Lady Eve is dead.
We can't be sure he killed her.
She and her bodyguards were fried with electricity. What other proof do you need?
Someone could have set him up.
Who would do that today? He was a nuisance, now he's a danger. To me, to you, to the ASA. I put a price on his black ass.
That's a mistake, Martin. If we catch him, who knows how he could advance our understanding of enhanced human abilities? We should just wait.
The ASA's dissected enough metas. One more isn't going to help us create our own. Lady Eve was the liaison between us and the 100. She got green light on the streets faster than anyone in the country. Her murder sets the Freeland experiment back.
Yes, that's
On control. When Black Lightning returned, you said you would figure out who he was and take care of him. You didn't. So I'm bringing ASA operatives into town to kill him, plain and simple. Give me any information you have that will help them track him down.
Martin.
I'm sick of this neighborhood, Peter. They don't take care of it. The food is all fried. The only thing that people here are good for is experimentation. They should be happy we're here. Green light will give their lives purpose, direction. We're doing God's work, Peter. God's work.
That's dumb. Get down before you kill yourself.
Getting kidnapped made you so emo.
Getting kidnapped didn't make me emo. You're making me emo. Keisha, I'm serious.
Oh my God.
That's really unsafe. You need to get down. I'm serious.
You're falling
Keisha, please.
further back. Ooh. Get the hell out.
The man without a plan. You know word on the street is you dead, right? And that one's trying to take your spot. Trust him. Especially that one. You definitely should kill him right now.
Kill my dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, did Acid fuel the script writing sessions for that
satellite tracked
scene?
radiation
Yes.
everywhere in the world.
Yep. This is like the show's version of Mirakuro or something.
Die in the woods.
Yes. In horror movies.
Yep.
But only after the monster kills the white nerd. And we don't have one of those with us, so
what
you're
horror
good.
movies is he watching? Because the black guy always seems to die first.
For what?
I'm not sure. But what I am sure about is the components of the vaccine are the same active ingredients in green light.
Wait, the sample Anissa found was from 1986. Are you saying someone's been working on green light for 30 years?
It looks like it.
Song.
That it is. Although it's never been one that's made me cry.
Do you believe it's true?
That the good Lord delivers us from our troubles?
Yes.
I do. He expects us to do our part. But I believe he's there to help us over the finish line. Though sometimes...
I guess
Oh, come on.
we can be grateful for the second rule of high-profile assassinations. Always kill the killer.
You have to answer.
I can't talk about this.
Years ago. You moved here around the time the vaccine came to Freeland. You never talk about your life before Freeland.
Light bulb.
No.
You never wanted to share anything. We assumed you had your reasons.
Why are you getting that close?
But wait.
I told you!
Peppers were dangerous. Whoever sent him, they thought he was expendable. He just didn't know.
Good eye.
I know, baby. I know. But it's all gonna be okay.
What's happening here?
My name is Peter Esposito. 30 years ago, I came to Freeland as an agent for a government organization called the ASA. They were conducting an experiment in Freeland, giving the people a vaccine to make them passive and keep them docile in what was a very politically explosive environment. But their vaccine inadvertently created metahumans. It was killing children. I leaked the information to your father, and his investigation got him killed. Murdered.
You turned me into Black Lightning?
I know it doesn't make what I've done better, but I had nothing to do with that experiment. As soon as I realized that you had powers, Alvin's kid, I knew I could never let them get you. And so all these years, I've tried to protect you the best I could. But
Away from me. Stay away from me. Stay away from my family.
Okay, I think this goes without saying that this is probably has to be at least one of my favorite episodes of the season. You know, I guess it's like one of the benefit of having you know, watching a show with having a 13 episode run, as opposed to like the 20 something episode run that you have with the Arrowverse shows, in which they have a lot of filler, and the plot doesn't progress as quickly. Particularly on shows like the Flash or Arrow, which has had this problem. Supergirl's been better about it. With their 22 episode run. And I'd cite Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. as especially with their more recent seasons, with their last couple, with this year and last year, especially last season, and how they took advantage of the 20 something episode order and just broke it down to, three separate acts of, like, different things going on, and everything came together full circle. That's a side note, but anyway, this is the thing about, this is like 13 episodes, plot progresses more quickly, and this has become a turning point. We learned about, Gambi's not an evil character as I thought, but he was, he did get mixed up with some things in which he had to be almost like a liaison between, like, Lady Eve and the 100 and the ASA, and how they were almost being used as, and basically, like I mentioned before in the video, that Greenlight was basically like their equivalent of, like, Mirakuru. It wasn't just making people, like, strung out. It was, and at first you just think it's just, like Mirakuru, almost like a Mirakuru, like, have the same effects of Mirakuru, but in its pill form, but, it was just a whole, like, eugenics experiment done by this agency trying to, well, I guess, like a Gambi or Peter Esposito said, trying to keep it, everybody docile, I guess, presumably with, riots and, like, the political climate they were in, and then they created metahumans, and I guess he looked after Jefferson and mentored him as Black Lightning. One, not only to make it look like he was still doing his job at the ASA of, monitoring metahumans, but also just because he was trying to atone for inadvertently getting Alvin Pierce killed by deliberately leaking the whole conspiracy and what the ASA was up to with this whole, like, green light experiment. And, just fill the void is like, this guy's lost a father. I cost this man a father. The best I can do is be a father figure and fill the void. Let's try to fill that void the best that he can. And it's like, that's completely understandable, and to put him back in a sympathetic light. He's Jefferson's understandably pissed, and he was trying to do the right thing and try to, like, almost, like, I guess, like, maintain, I guess it's because it's like he had to, like, kind of, like he said, I guess what he mentioned in an earlier episode with Lady Eve, maintain their whole ecosystem as he would describe it, just because it's like, Greenlight's no longer, they don't have anybody, running the 100, getting Greenlight out on the streets. So now it's like the whole, like, experimentation is getting out of hand, and so now, like, it will keep the and now because of what's the little power play going on, but with Tobias usurping Lady Eve, that now it's like the ASA is coming after him. So it's like, so that was interesting. It's an interesting twist to that it didn't go like the route of, I guess, like the Black Lightning comics where, he would just have to, like, slowly climb up the food chain over, I don't know, like 1-2 seasons about this, like, 100 terrorist organization. Now he has to worry about, just Tobias Wales, and then the ASA coming after him, and Jennifer, and now presumably Anissa, because now her powers are manifesting too, and but instead of kind of like, having her keep it hidden for several episodes like Jennifer did, she basically disclosed to Jennifer's powers are manifesting. Anissa was the first person that Jennifer told, and like just told her like that's some like I have superpower, I'm basically have these powers, it's something weird's happening to me, and came to her right away about it. And there was like a trailer showing footage from like later episodes where Anissa does disclose to Jennifer that their dad is Black Lightning, and you also get to see in Anissa in costume fighting with alongside her in a shot alongside her dad, like the full costume they were doing in like posters and promotional photos, and it's been, you know, then it's like now I'm kind of now I think at this rate, you know, they have maybe they have like Jennifer suit up in the season finale, or they're gonna have something where it's like maybe Tobias won't be like the final enemy that Black Lightning has to worry about. It'll actually be like the ASA, which I think is which I think is pretty awesome. And I like, you know, that how that scene where Anissa saved her dad's life shows that she's getting some character development, and she's, you know, she's learning to, you know, it's kind of like, you know, kind of be more level-headed, be more observant, and not just go into it, you know, be impulsive and rush into her situation and not let her, you know, passions get the better of her. It's kind of like the, you know, it's like the teacher's becoming the student because the student's becoming the teacher, considering it's like, you know, it was just kind of weird how Jefferson says like, "Oh, Stace here, I can just get him from a distance," but it's like he's walking up so close behind him that it was just, it's like, one, he could have exposed himself, and then the other hand, it's like she made the you know, it was cool, and Nissa made the observation that that she was able to determine it's like, oh, this guy's who sent out here to, like, you know, cover, you know, investigate the body, like doesn't know the electrical rifle, can like can like self-destruct, and it was like sent out there to kind of like, he was like sent out there basically like, oh, he's expendable, and cover his tracks. And so yeah, it's like she's definitely gonna become her father's daughter, and it's great to see, and it's gonna be great to see that, but still kind of, you know, still have that like passion side and not kind of rush head first into anything, and, you know, acknowledging, you know, like it was good that, you know, maybe we'll explore the idea of how Jefferson's questioning if her super strength makes her like, if she can still swim, like how much force she needs to, you know, break to get through a concrete brick wall, like, how, you know, what's the extent of her vulnerability. I mean, you figured you would have like Gambi around to investigate that more, but now because of this rift, now it's like, I guess that's something she's gonna have to figure out on her own. But yeah, anyway, and also this whole stuff about, you know, Lala being a possible threat, I don't know where they're going with that. It just seems like filler and random, and it doesn't make sense how it's, you know, like you said, he doesn't know how he's back from the dead, like why he's being haunted by like, the ghost of the, you know, Lawanda, and even to the point where like he would broke down crying in the shower, and it's like, it was a good humanizing moment for a guy who came across as such a punk, and that he was kind of you know, losing, you know, he's realizing like, wow, I'm probably really losing it, but, you know, there's still a lot of questions to be answered as far as his storyline's concerned. But anyway, really love this episode. You know, I give it like a 9 out of 10. What do you guys think of it? Leave your thoughts in the comments down below. If you like this video, like, share, and subscribe, and I will talk to you guys soon. Take care.